So hello and welcome to another update video about GALA. Yeah, I had a lot of requests for another GALA update, and I mean, GALA doesn't look good at all at the moment, generally across the crypto market. As you know, my expectation is that we are still going to see lower prices, and GALA did at the time here come into this yellow target area as expected. Yeah, this was the area that we defined for many cryptos where there could be a turnaround. You know, this is the area between the 88.7 and the 78.6% FIB level where usually you are going to see here such a wave 2 play out. This is between 16 cents and 24 cents. Yeah. When it hit that 88.7, then I need to draw that again one sec, because I did at the time invert them. But let me just put them on the chart again, the FIBs. It just makes it a bit easier to read. So there you go. And yeah, between here the 88.7%, the 78.6, so between 16 cents and around about 24 cents. And as expected, then we saw a potential turnaround, but it could not get above the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement level. So you can see again how relevant these Fibonacci levels actually are. Because, I mean, you can see how the price is reacting to FIBs all the time. Here the 61.8, here the 61.8, here the 88.7. Yeah, so throughout here again, support 61.8. Here we had a long area of trade around the 50% FIB retracement, which actually isn't really a Fibonacci number, but it is still sort of as part of the retracements regarded and used. Yeah, and you know, these are quite relevant areas, and at the moment the price has come back into this target area, and it just doesn't seem to be able to move out of it. Yeah, especially a little bit concerning is that GALA made here a new low. So compared to that one, a lower low, compared to that one now even, yeah, that didn't even hold here. That was at around 19 cents. So it was only briefly broken, but yeah, my view is we could really see that 15 or 16 cent level again, the 88.7% FIB level, because you made already a slightly lower low. Therefore, the potential uptrending scenario, which is quite unlikely now anyway, is pretty much invalidated. There is still a chance here that it could move up, you know, that this was the beginning of a new wave and we form some sort of, nah, ABC maybe, but then, you know, what could obviously be that this you could count as an impulse, even though, yeah, you can count 5 waves here, absolutely, and then you get this as an ABC, that would be fine. We're coming down here currently to the 88.7%, so this is really the last resort where it could really start from here, from this 18.8 cent level where it actually found support again at the FIB level from just that movement here. And from here it has a chance to move higher, but yeah, it looks very weak. I mean, coming down again to the 88.7% just shows how weak the market at the moment is. Yeah. Also look at the volume, it's just declining all the time. As long as we don't really get more volume and we at least move above the 78.6 FIB level again, but actually we need to make the move above the previous swing high here at 30 cents. Until then, the downside potential is still very much there. And we need to be very honest that, yes, I have drawn the FIBs like that and the price is absolutely reacting to them. But we also need to acknowledge that maybe we need to look at the higher level wave count and start somewhere else. Because if I look at a chart where we have a little bit more chart history here from KuCoin, then what is probably useful to do is to start actually pretty much at the beginning, pretty much at 0 with the FIBs. And what do we see then? Well, it makes maybe a little bit more sense, because here on this, if we draw them like that and we start lower, I start really at the beginning drawing those FIBs all the way to the high, then it doesn't look that bad, because from that point of view, and again, I would draw the target area again here between the 88.7 and the 78.6. But of course, if I have the starting point lower, then we can see that we are only at the 78.6% FIB level. which if you compare that looks much better, because it means that from a high level point of view, in another Bitcoin drop, which I do expect, we still have space here to the 10-cent level and could really hold that and start a new bull run from here. Because if you drop lower than the 88.7% Fibonacci level, yeah, it is not great for the chart. So from a high level point of view, that might actually make more sense. And also it shows that, I mean, it doesn't really change the levels much, but it just shows that in the end, both are probably relevant, but it shows that, that we actually found, yeah, support here at the 78.6, and that is the 18.6 cent level. And we could really drop to 10 cents. And the 10-cent level would also be a psychological support level. And it would pretty much still be able to withstand here 45 to 50% drop and not have a risk to drop really to zero. But generally it has dropped a lot, as many other cryptos, of course, as well. A drop below 10 cents wouldn't be great. I mean, then, you know, you have downside potential to single digit numbers, of course, which would be amazing, would be very weak for the chart. But overall, it's possible, you know, it could drop to 10 cents and then it would still be here in an area where, yeah, it's not if I compare then GALA to other cryptos, it's not looking too bad. It's not looking too bad. So quite happy with that. If we do it that way, it seems better, because also here then we had a lot of support resistance about 61.8 here around that area and around that area, and found currently support again at the 78.6. If we lose here the 18-cent level, then I think we could really drop to, again, that 15-cent level where we were before end of January, yeah, and then you could even drop down to 10 cents. But that would, I think, only happen when Bitcoin does another major sell-off, as I do expect it, but obviously we're not there yet. And overall here, yeah, what GALA really needs to do to get at least have a chance to move into a new uptrend would be to move above that swing high, which would be at 29 cents. So generally attractive prices long term, certainly for anybody who likes GALA. I mean, I have some GALA as well. And I find it a good project. Absolutely. But also these metaverse cryptos are not overweighing in my own portfolio, especially in the current environment where there's a lot of indecision in the market, really. Now here we can see that on the daily, the MACD is starting to reduce negative momentum, or has been doing so for the last few days, but it is just flattening out. So a potential bullish crossover here is getting less likely. As you can see, the blue line is already turning down again. Doesn't really look that bullish, yeah. Seems like here the stochastic RSI is going to turn around halfway again, as it did it here, So also that is not bullish. And here the RSI, the relative strength index, is pretty much flat, just moving sideways in the bearish range, and that is not strong at all. Yeah. So yeah, not chart doesn't look good, doesn't really move a lot. Here just patience, but here this is the area where it could start to turn around, of course, because it did reach obviously that target area. But yeah, I think generally we have much more scope for further downside generally across the crypto market, because the latest potential moves up didn't really materialize, or at least the potential is very low that it happens. Everything is possible, but until GALA moves above 29 cents, I really wouldn't want to talk about that the correction is over. All right, that's my view about GALA. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe, and if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.